Hey everyone, my name is David Dunbar, or the Theme Park Evangelist. So, I'm in the middle of doing a really cool discussion vlog called The Rise and Fall of Disney Quest. What happened to it? Unfortunately, it's not going to go the way I hoped, so I'm going to rename it to Remembering Disney Quest, and it's going to be a two-part series. And the reason why it didn't work out the way I was hoping is because of the fact that, well, unfortunately, when I put everything together, it was basically an 85 minute vlog. And it was just too much memory for my phone to handle. So I decided, well, what I'll do is I'll do a clip tonight, and that'll be the only time you ever hear me talking, period. And the rest of it is all going to be someone else's YouTube videos. So I decided to do it this way. That way you guys would see what Disney Quest looks like, and you guys would get an idea of what all the games look like. Well, at least the four major games that I always liked. I'm going to leave out a couple of them, but that's about it. But it's nothing major. Then tomorrow night at home in my room, I'm going to pull up my laptop and I'm going to do the discussion part, which was what I originally wanted to do, which is called Remembering Disney Quest, The Rise and Fall of Disney Quest. What happened to it? Then I will have that part. So the first part is going to be using my phone. The second part is going to be using my laptop. So they won't have that fancy title at the very beginning, since I am using my phone to edit it, and then I'm going to be doing everything with the laptop tomorrow night, which doesn't really require any editing of any kind. So I know my car is warm now, but I wanted to just go ahead and let you guys know. And I figured since I was waiting for my car to warm up, I might as well just go ahead and do this discussion, this like really quick. I know a lot of you guys don't remember Disney Quest, and for those of you who do, maybe you want to see what it looks like again. Maybe you guys want to just remember it. And, you know, it's been almost 4 years since Disney Quest closed, and since this is my 5th year YouTubing, why not do something really cool? And since this is the month I'm going to Walt Disney World, since I'm actually going at the very end of the month to Disney Springs, where Disney Quest was in the first place, why not, you know? So, yeah, I wanted to do something kind of cool, and I know I said it already, but, I mean, you know, Disney Quest was always one of my favorite places to go to as a kid, and just over the years, and I wanted you guys to remember it. Now, unfortunately, the videos I found were very old, because Disney Quest did not get YouTube popular until 2014 at the absolute earliest, which was 7 years ago. So just keep that in mind. Unfortunately, you won't see Disney Quest in its prime in the video whatsoever. So you're gonna have to go by my imagination. Well, not just my imagination, but, you know, everything I say. So just keep that in mind. So a lot of the stories I'm going to tell you guys tomorrow night are going to be when Disney Quest was at its prime, which was in the early 21st century. Ironically, not so much in the late 90s, but in the early 21st century was when Disney Quest was at its prime. Go figure, right? So yes, I'm, you know, really looking forward to this. And I know it's like really late for this YouTube video to go up. I spent all day long trying to get it on YouTube. I didn't know that an 84-minute vlog was going to be too much for my phone to handle. And I guess this works out because most people are not going to sit there and watch an 84-minute vlog anyway. They're going to be like, just watch like the interesting parts. Okay, I'm done. I've seen it. It probably would get maybe 10, 20 views at the tops. I would be surprised if I got any more. And I really wanted this to be a really cool vlog, so... And I even told Alan, my college pastor, about it, because Alan really likes Disney a lot. He worked for Disney at one point, too. So, yes, I really hope you guys watch this. So, what you're going to see first is you're going to see the full walkthrough, And then I'm going to come in. So actually, this is not the only time I'm talking. I apologize. So then I'm going to come back, and this is all clips I filmed like a lot earlier today in my house, where I'm going to introduce all 4 games. The very last clip is going to be of Invasion, which I actually did in 2 different segments, because I actually filmed that a couple of nights ago. Actually, technically last night, but when this does get uploaded to YouTube, it'll be a couple of nights ago. So it was when my brother had just come back downstairs from working out with my roommate Zane, and I had stopped it, and I didn't know he wasn't going to say anything at first, so I had paused it and then actually stopped it, and then I started it up again, and I ended up having 2 different clips, so I guess it works out. But I didn't really want to show all the games, because some of the games that there are at Disney Quest are just not as exciting as others, and that's just how I feel anyway. Anyway, I am, going on and on for quite some time, and I'm really good at that. And I would rather save that for tomorrow night anyway, when I'm in front of my laptop, which uploads videos to YouTube very quickly, usually within 5 minutes or less, so I would rather save all my chit-chat for tomorrow night. So make sure you do stay tuned to my YouTube channel tomorrow night when I do my Rise and Fall discussion, and that's when I'll talk about all my favorite memories and, what caused Disney Quest to start to decline to the point where Disney decided to pull the plug on it, and, how it's affected me and a lot of people, ever since it's been gone. So I will see you guys in the next vlog, which is that part. And just keep counting. We're about, it's almost the 3rd of February, so we're about 23 days away from the trip to Central Florida, so hang in there. And then we'll have a lot more exciting vlogs featuring mostly TJ and a little bit of K here and there. And, just always remember you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Have a great night. Peace out. So I did not do a YouTube video for all the games in Disney Quest. A lot of Disney Quest was comprised of arcade games, but there was about 6 interactive arcade games. Virtual games. But I decided that I was only going to focus on the more popular ones. So I'm not going to show you guys the Aladdin game or Ride the Comics at all, or even Mayduck's Pinball. Some of that stuff you guys will see for yourself in the full virtual walkthrough. But otherwise, you guys are about to see first the virtual Jungle Cruise. So this is nothing like the Jungle Cruise at Walt Disney World or Disneyland. So if you are thinking that, no, it's not. So the virtual Jungle Cruise is a game where you get in this inflatable raft and you start paddling to the dawn of the dinosaurs, which of course they say is millions of years ago. I say it's about 6,000 years ago. And that's because I believe in the Bible and I don't believe in the whole millions of years garbage. So anyway, so it's really cool. And then of course you end up chasing after the gizmo and the entire game. The game is literally impossible to beat. Only a couple of people have actually been able to do it. to actually go through the entire course, and you actually get to see the entire course at the very end of the game, which I think is really cool. So that's the objective: get the gizmo, and then you come back. But of course, the game always times out before anybody can do it. Only a couple of people have actually gotten the gizmo back before the game times out. So yeah, it's very challenging, that's for sure. So enjoy the clip.
It's a countdown to extinction. Oh no!
I thought we were going to be fossils ourselves. Watch your step. Leave the powder to the ground.
The second game that I'm going to talk to you guys about is the Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for Buccaneers Gold. So this is the game that replaced its predecessor, the Hercules game. So the Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for Buccaneers Gold is a game where you get into a virtual pirate ship and you sail around attacking pirate ships and Spanish forts, a serpent, and you even have a fight with the skeleton guy you see at the very beginning of the game. And the only way to keep all your treasure is to attack him. And he's very, very easy to defeat, but some people just cannot defeat him. I would say the hardest thing about the whole game is actually attacking the sea serpent than anything, because you have to like fire at him repeatedly. And the people that were playing this game were doing a good job. For me, to me personally, I mean, the guy was, of course, more focused on his YouTubing. But yes, I will say right now that you do need to spend more time maneuvering around your boat, going to multiple cannons, than you do just staying at one cannon. Like, I'll tell you right now that you're not going to be able to win the game if you just stay at one cannon, or even do great at the game for that matter. You have to be able to move around your ship. So, yeah, it was definitely not an easy game. Obviously, it doesn't matter anymore because the Disney Quest doesn't exist anymore. But it was definitely a challenging game. So, next, I want you guys to enjoy Pirates of the Caribbean Battle for Buccaneers Gold.
We're going ghost pilot. Ghost captain.
So, you're pirates seeking treasure, are you? Then you'll have to sink a lot of ships. Gunners, move about. Use all the cannons. They're on both sides of the ship. You, captain, steer up next to ships so your gunners have the best shot. If you sink a ship, get their gold. And remember, dead men tell no tale.
There's a dragon on that side. Dragon! Oh my god, he's eating us. Here, get over. Here we go.
Thirdly, I'm going to show you guys Cyberspace Mountain. So it's a little dark, but you guys will still be able to see it. So this is the one I was telling you guys about, where you can literally virtually design your own roller coaster and then ride it afterwards. The video is very self-explanatory, but as I said, when it first came out in the late 90s and to the early 21st century, or even into the early 21st century, it was still very modern for its time, and when it was still around in the 2010s, by that point, it kind of lost it. I guess it's because of the fact that people were at that point seeing how old it actually was. Like, I decided one of the final times I was going there, it wasn't my last time, but it was one of my final times. I think it was one of the times I went with my friends from Canada. I actually looked to see at what computer program it was running on. Windows 95. Windows 95 came out a long time ago. I was 2 when it came out. I'm 27 now. Can you imagine what Windows program, or, well, I mean, obviously we know what Windows program is at now, but if I remember correctly, I think we're using like Windows 10, something like that, maybe even something more advanced than that. But like, imagine how many Windows programs have come out since Windows 95 came out. It's incredible. And just imagine how much money Disney could have dumped into their games. I think all their games were running on Windows 95. It was just obvious with that one because I could see it, but the other ones, you just had to imagine they're all probably running on that one. It's like, wow, no wonder their games were outdated. I always, like to describe Disney Quest as the building that was stuck in the 90s, or stuck in time, or frozen in time, or whatever. And I think that was one of the problems with Disney Quest, is the fact that meanwhile technology kept advancing, but Disney Quest wanted to stay in the 90s, and that's why I always like to say Disney Quest screamed out 90s. Even in the 2010s, Disney Quest is still screaming out, I am 90s. No kidding. Anyway, enjoy the clip.
Hey, Bill Nye, the coaster guy here. Welcome to the Cyberspace Mountain Design Station, where you can design a roller coaster that's out of this world. You can build in one of 3 way-cool worlds. Excellent. Now, how fast do you want to go? Great. Let's get going and run. Let's go. Of course, faster than light travel is theoretically impossible, but it's cool. Okay, your bills are pushing the big track button, or the special track button. Now, if the button is lit up, that means you can use it. If it's not lit, that means the track won't fit where you're building and you have to pick something else. Now, the special tracks also change, so keep an eye on them for crazy things that come up. And remember, you can always undo. This track gauge shows you what pieces you picked and how much track you have left. You get 10,000 feet of track. Or you build your track and your test robot track will ride it. Any graduates? All right. So go ahead. Pick your first piece. here's your coaster. Look at that. Now let's see how scary your coaster is. According to the thermometer, 3 out of 5 coaster riders would find your coaster too frightening to ride. If this sounds good, press keep. Okay, now, touch 2 words to keep it good. Now pick up. Great, your coaster's ready to ride at the Cyberspace Mountain launch day. Thanks, and come back and see us again soon.
Okay, so I'm going to need to empty all of your pockets, put all your belongings home. You can go ahead and put this in your wrist. Wait for me over here, I'll be right back. Okay, follow me. Please watch your step, and you're going to sit on the one closest to you. Arms up. There you go. You have a stop button over there. If you want to stop it, you can go ahead. Okay. Stop button.
Fourth and finally, the last clip I'm going to show you guys is Invasion. So Invasion is a game near the top floor. The last one I was showing you guys was in the Create Zone. So this one is in this zone called Score. In this game, you get in a simulator where you basically are almost like you're on a ship, except that you can't feel any movement, so it's not really like completely like a simulator. It's kind of weird. It's a giant room. Well, maybe not really a giant room, but it's definitely a pretty good sized room for 4 people. And you get in front of you get on the seat and you have joysticks and all that fun stuff, and you have about 3.5 minutes to get teleported to this planet, get 26 colonists, and get them back home to Earth. And if you are not at that portal, because you have to keep moving throughout the entire game, you have to get to the other portal before that 3.5 minute mark, because that's when the planet blows up. And you and all those 26 colonists are going to die. So you have 3.5 minutes to pick up 26 colonists along route and get to that portal at the just before the planet blows up. Talk about a lot of pressure. And I remember one time my dad was driving, and we managed to get all 26 colonists, and he jumped at the last possible second into the portal, and the planet blew up behind us while we were being teleported back to Earth. Now that was crazy. And of course, you don't ever want to make me your driver. We learned the hard way one time because I think we ended up blowing up the planet. So they basically said, David, you're fired from driving the ship ever again. And I'm like, no kidding, yeah, I'm not very good at this. But it was a very enjoyable game. It was definitely one of our favorites. It's one of those games that we've always loved to do. My dad was always the best at it. Not sure how he was so good at it. I guess because my dad grew up playing the 90s games, and my dad doesn't usually play anything too modern, so I guess it makes sense that my dad would be really good with old-fashioned games like those versus I'm better with stuff that's a little more modern. So, it depends on who your audience is, but enjoy this last clip of Invasion.
Gunners, crosshairs show where your weapon is pointing. Remember, finger trigger is main gun. Thumb button, missiles. Pilot, press triggers on the hand grips to move forward. Jump by pressing the thumb button. Steer towards shield level.
If it goes out, don't worry about it.
Blinking arrow pointing away. Remember, you have 3.5 minutes to rescue the colonists and get to the teleporter before the planet explodes. Good luck, and bring our people home. Computer initiate teleport. Teleport initiated. Teleportation sequence complete. Enemy targets on multiple levels. Complete mission.
Donald Trump's out there. He's waiting for us.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we got it.